We are back, and fortunately I was reminded and corrected by a tweeter that is Nuna Tuhavut, that is the Labrador Métis. Mr. Todd Russell is the head of, and there is some action going on now in Labrador on the highway, and we are going to him right now on line 10. Good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening to you, sir.
How are you doing?
It runs to the heart of our territory.
Mm-hmm.
We have 4 camps set up. We have a number of our members here for all night, and we had about 15 to 20 people here throughout the day. We have an information picket set up in a slowdown area, and this is the start, sir, of our underground action in defense of our Aboriginal rights, and to demonstrate to both levels of government and to NALCOR our very serious concerns about Muskrat Falls and the transmission line going through our territory without our consent.
You have absolutely no agreement. There has been no consultation, nothing discussed whatsoever with your people for Muskrat Falls and the project.
There has been some very low-level talks, but they have not been sincere on the part of the government, and they have not been sincere on the part of NALCOR. There is a law in this country that says that the company or the Crown, in this case the provincial Crown, has a legal obligation to consult and to accommodate Aboriginal people when there are asserted rights and interests. They have not done that. They have not lived up to the law. And secondly, just as a Canadian citizen, as a citizen of this province who is going to be negatively impacted by this development, it just makes sense that you would sit down and talk to a significant group of people, in this case us as Aboriginal people, about our concerns about this project and then come to some kind of an agreement. Right now what we have is nothing. The company has shown us nothing more than contempt and disrespect, and that is uncalled for.
Mr. Russell, what are your main concerns with this project as it stands right now?
Well, we have environmental concerns. There are no doubt about that. We have always expressed that our people have to live with environmental damage with this particular development. We have economic concerns with the fact that we do not share in any way, shape, or form in the direct benefits of this particular development. We have concerns that all of the power is basically going out of Labrador, nothing left for our people, for our own development, for our own needs. It is unconscionable that in this day and age that we could see a power line go along by our communities, and our communities will still be on diesel power. We have constitutional issues and specific Aboriginal issues. We feel that these developments are an infringement of our Aboriginal rights. So we have many concerns about this development. They're all sincere. They all make sense. And we have often tried to come to some kind of reasonable accommodation, but the government will not listen. The company will not listen. And this is the start of our underground action. This will not be an impact, and we will have an impact. We will do this for a few days maybe, and then we will move on to some other area in Labrador, more around the site of Muskrat.
Oh, I hope we haven't lost Mr. Russell, have we? Hello, are you still there, sir? I knew that the transmission or the signal was very weak, and I guess we have lost him, unfortunately. That's too bad. Well, I wanted to ask him, of course, what the next step might be. They're having a traffic slowdown right now for a few days, he says, and they may move that elsewhere. So that sounds like the start of something that the province and NALCOR are going to have to contend with. I'm sure we are going to hear a lot more about that in the future. All right, well, I guess that pretty much brings us up to the end of our show in any event. It's been an interesting one and a lively one. We do have another show tomorrow night, of course, before we wrap this week for Nightline. Randy will be back in the morning and Patty tomorrow afternoon as well. It looks like we're possibly getting our call back, and I'm going to wait and see what our producer says he wants to do now with this call as we're going to come through. I do believe we have Mr. Russell back in the line, or just about. Hello, do I have you back?
Yes, we're on a satellite phone, and sometimes the signal is not that great. But I have to reiterate that we have many concerns. They range from the environmental to the economic, to the infringement of our Aboriginal rights. And I want to reiterate that this is the beginning. This is not the end.
Got that, Mr. Russell, and we only have a few seconds left. What will you do next? What is on your list of possible action coming up if you don't get any satisfaction from this latest one?
Well, we will continue this type of action. Mm-hmm. Certainly, we will move to where we have to. If there are barges coming, look for us there. Mm-hmm. We will be building back on our traditional lands in the vicinity of Muskrat Falls. So there are any number of actions we can take in any part of our territory, and if we have to, we will.
Okay, Mr. Russell, unfortunately, we have to go. We really appreciate your call, and we'll be looking to talk with you soon in the near future.